A lot of conversations going on about COVID vaccinations. We are bringing in the experts to answer some of your questions and address some of your concerns. Dr. Scroggie with Infirmary Health is joining us now with more on this topic. Dr. Scroggie, thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
So I guess the first things first, we're seeing more and more people now less skeptic about getting the vaccine. Why is it important for people to get the vaccination?
Well, there's several reasons that it's important. First, we try to intervene on the most vulnerable folks, get them vaccinated first so that we can protect those particular individuals from getting COVID-19. The other important part of it is that we vaccinate the first responders and the healthcare workers and other people who are at high risk for spreading the disease. So not only do we protect those individuals, we start to protect other folks from getting it by slowing the spread.
Now, one of the concerns that people have are the possible side effects. What do we know about the side effects from this latest vaccine?
So like all vaccines, it's going to hurt to get the injection, and that's normal. There usually is some sort of injection site reaction, and that's a good and bad thing. And, the good part of that is that you want your immune system to take in the vaccine and react against it. If we gave you an injection that didn't do anything, didn't excite your immune system, then we really wouldn't get a very good response from it. So we know with these vaccinations, the side effects range somewhere between 3 to 5%. They're generally quite mild and managed with over-the-counter acetaminophen, Tylenol, Naproxen or Motrin, something like that. So while there are some serious side effects potentially, most of the side effects are very mild and very manageable.
And we know that Moderna is going to be meeting with the FDA, or at least asking for that emergency authorization use. With two vaccine companies out there, how will health experts keep track of who gets what?
So this is a highly regulated vaccine. We get instructions from the Alabama Department of Public Health on who to give it to. We also record all the information on the individuals we give it to into the Alabama Public Health Registry. It's called Imprint. And so we record all of that information. And we also give out, I believe there's cards, and Pfizer keeps track of it. So in terms of vaccinations, who's gotten them, it's kept pretty close tabs on, and it's very easy to prove someone's gotten a vaccine. We also, when you get your first vaccine, we schedule you for your second vaccine and make sure you know you've got to get both of them. And we also don't want you coming in and getting a Pfizer vaccine and then coming back in 3 weeks and getting Moderna. We make sure that we track all of that very, very carefully.
Now, I know with the flu, there's like a certain time frame where it's ineffective. Would that be the case with the COVID vaccine?
It would. So all vaccines, when they're injected into your body, there's not really anything your body does at time zero. Once you take up the vaccine, this particular vaccine, you make the protein, you express the protein in your cells, then you develop an immune response against it. And that immune response takes anywhere between 5 to 10 days to really start kicking in.
And when can people like me or watching at home, when can we expect to get the vaccine?
So of course it depends on risk. So we're vaccinating high-risk people first. But as we move forward, we include more and more and more people. It's kind of like an outwardly expanding batch. So we would expect it by late February, early March. Most people would be eligible to get the vaccination. People who are immunocompromised and have certain diseases or are on certain medicines that put their immune system at risk are going to be the next bunch of people that, to get the vaccine administered. And then we just keep expanding outward from there.
All right, Dr. Scroggie, we are out of time. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'd just like to say I'd encourage people to research and ask your doctor about the vaccine. And we strongly need to get our population vaccinated, not just to protect an individual person, but to protect everyone. And that means that people who may not want to get a vaccine personally or don't think they're at high risk, them getting the vaccine is going to help the entire community.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Scroggie, for spending your time with us. And if you would like to watch this interview again or share it with someone you know, we'll be sure to put it up on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when we post a new video.